as an educator, I'm always hoping people will learn something. I also realize that people don't like to learn. They really resist it. What people like is to be told that what they always believed was correct, I find, as a teacher. So it's not going to be easy to move from the mindset of 2006 and 2007 to a new way of looking at the world. But it's inevitable that this kind of shock does loosen things up, and maybe particularly it opens up new possibilities for younger people who, for whom this is going to be their salient example of what capitalist society can be like. To keep track of history, both the history of the economy and the history of economic ideas, I think is something that younger people really need to do. Second is diversity and criticism. That is to hear other points of view and to hear them, not necessarily to agree with them, but to take them seriously enough that you formulate a real opinion about them, and to learn what you can learn from the diverse points of view. And the final one is, we didn't talk about this as much, but it's a problem in intellectual life in general and in economics in particular, which is not to reify abstract concepts. Behind every abstract concept there's a social reality which you can get to know in other ways. So if we're talking about markets and market equilibrium, ultimately that has to unpack into individuals signing mortgages or making deals. And we don't want to lose sight of the human substructure which lies behind these abstract ideas. To my mind, the key to this situation is the future, and that means it's young people and the younger generation, both in terms of the citizenry more broadly, and in terms of those people who are going to go into economics or economics-related professions as their career goals. So I just want to emphasize that to my mind is both a challenge and a hope. It's a challenge that group of people needs to be reached, needs to have the resources that they need to form new judgments and new critical ideas. And it's a hope in the sense that the future is always the hope, and it's younger people that have the energy and the caring and the future in front of them to make a huge difference.